Hello, Libra. This is Thomas of Norn Mystic Tarot. This is your weekly reading for your finances and your investments. Let's see what Spirit and Universe has in store for you. Let's help you with dealing with this crazy financial market. Here we go. First card out for you is the Four of Swords, followed by the Death card, and then the Wheel of Fortune, and ultimately the Moon card. Holy crap! You have 3 out of 4 major arcanas here. Again, 3 out of 4 major arcanas. It tells you whatever is happening this week for you, whatever energies are happening this week, will last you for quite some time to come. So this has to be an important week for you. A week where you really do something that will have a beneficial lasting effect, not just a lasting effect, but a beneficial one. Because again, when the major arcana comes out, that means this is going to have the staying strength. And so we need to make sure that we benefit the most from it. So therefore, we are protecting ourselves long term. The universe's energy this week is crazy. It's Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. Sorry, Seven of Wands. So this was a busy week. This is a week with, Eight of Wands. My bad. Eight of Wands. And with the Eight of Wands energy, again, lots of stuff going on. You have a lot of stuff in your life. It's crazy, and it is hectic. And that's an understatement. An understatement. So what the universe is telling you is very clearly, when it comes to with what you have going on, you need to step back. You need to step back and take a break. You need to take a break. I think the market has just been so crazy and so much happening that if you're in the market, this might be a time to kind of take a break, take a breather, do a Warren Buffett. Now, I don't know if you understand what I mean by that, but we just found out that Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, which is, again, Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men in the world, one of the most amazing and successful investors, has, over the last quarter of last year, that September through December, he withdrew money out of the market. He pulled it out of Bank of America, pulled out of a lot of different companies, and put $334 billion. That's billion with a B, not million with an M. Anyway, that's just an old a movie reference. If you get it, you get it. The point is that he put money on the sidelines. He got out of the market. $334 billion are on the sidelines for Berkshire Hathaway. And he suspected something was coming. And Lord knows he was not too wrong. The point is that he took a break. He has some money in the market. Don't get me wrong. He can't take it all out. That's just not possible. He has so much money, but they have so much money, as in Berkshire Hathaway. But again, he owns a lot of it. So the point is that this is a good sign. Okay, this is telling you it's time to take a break. So if you have been so overwhelmed with what is happening in the market, if you've been so overwhelmed with the frustrations of the ups and the downs and worrying about what's coming in, this may be a time to pull out. Just kind of pull out of the market, or put your money into a safe space. Put it in a space where you don't have to worry every morning. You don't have to read the news and go, oh my gosh, what next? You don't have to say, damn, what bad advice, what bad move, what good move, how is this going to affect me? How is this going to help my money in China? If my investment in China, or my investment in a company that's connected to Taiwan, or a company that's connected to Russia or the Ukraine, or my company that's connected to Vietnam, my company, it doesn't matter, in the South and Central and South America, whatever it is, any of those investments, this may be a good time to take a breath and just say, you know what, let me put it into a municipal bond, a municipal bond or utility, a municipal bond or utility bond, maybe something that will, again, grow over time. It's safe and secure, steady for a while. CDs, they're not that great, but not great in the return, but again, they're safe. Whatever it is, it's telling you to take a break. So you need to kind of turn off, and maybe even leave it in the market if that's what you want to do. But make sure that you don't pay attention and just kind of pretend it's not even there, or ignore it, and let it do what it's going to do. Let it ride and say, okay, in a year I'll check on it. Whatever. I'm not saying a year, but you got to change. You got to change, because you're just too over focused, over hyper, over involved, and so this is saying, step back, make a change. Okay. Get rid of the craziness. Get rid of the rat race. Get it out of your life in the financial world, and put it in something safe. Maybe even park it into a property or something like that. The interesting thing is, if the interest rates start dropping, and they probably will over the next few months, especially if we see that we just went through the first quarter of a down. We have not had a down quarter in our economy in years. Listen to me, not months, not weeks, years. Our economy grew under the last guy exponentially, and it continued to grow. The stock market continued to go up. Jobs, the most jobs ever created under the previous administration. And so we have had a change because of the shock to the system of the desires of the new guy and all the things he wanted to implement and all these changes and all these crazy things that are happening in the market that took away stability. Therefore, the market doesn't like instability, which is, again, what we're seeing here. They don't like instability. And so what this is saying is there could be a change. And so if we see the interest rates drop, well, then we see a lot of people rush in and buy more housing because, again, now housing is more affordable, more people back in the market. That could be a problem. So, who knows? Maybe this is even a time to put your money into a real estate investment if you can find a good one, and maybe consider that a safe space that just, again, parks your money and you watch the appreciation of the property grow. Therefore, your money grows, plus the rent pays your mortgage, on and on and on. So, again, something safe, something secure, again, something that will not tax you too terribly much with what's going on, the gyrations in the marketplace. Okay, this is the wheel of fortune. So again, there are options out there where you want to put your money. So you do have options. The question is, where do you want to put it? Do some research this week. So I would not yet park the money, but I would make the determination it's time to pull out. I would make the determination it's time to park some money on the sidelines. But before I do that, again, I would make sure I bring the change about in my portfolio. Spin the wheel, decide what you want to do, ask the questions and get the questions answered that you need to know, and then get out of the rat race. Okay, let's get some confirmation. There it is. There's a time for change. Again, you got to get the change. A change is due. So let's get some change happening, and the change is going to make you happy. The world card's here. So again, as you give yourself a break, you get out of the rat race, you bring that change into place. This is you making the change. And again, the world card says you're going to be fine with this. And look at this. It gives you a new lease in life. This is the full card. It's like, finally, release. I don't have to worry every time I turn the news on. I don't have to panic of, oh my God, how's it going to impact my investment? How's this going to do this? So again, this is a wonderful, wonderful card for that. And then there's that Five of Swords. Just let it go. The good part is when the questions come in and you make the change, let it go, invest, and then set back. Invest and relax, and you're out of the rat race. Again, find something safe, secure, and consistent. It will not give you the returns that some of the crazy numbers will, but you know what? It will keep you from losing, and it'll keep you from having sleepless nights about the money you're losing. All right, that's what I'm picking up for you. Anything else I can think of? This is the plan. So let's get planning. Let's figure out how to do this so we can move beyond the frustration and in toward a happy time when the universe is speaking to you loudly. This is what they want you to do. This is a good time to do this. Remember, I am not an investment guy. I'm not giving you this based on statistics and analysis that way. I'm giving you this based on what spirit energies are. So again, you will not use this to base your decision on, but it could give you an idea of where to start to make sure you're doing the right research, the right questions, the right ideas to make a decision based on sound fundamental principles and investing. But I start the conversation, and the conversation needs to be had. With that said, love, light, and blessings. Please help me grow my channel. I would appreciate it. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. Please share out because somebody else needs to hear this. You are not alone, I promise you. That's what I got for you, Libra. Enjoy yourself. Have a great week. Again, leave a message, and I'll talk to you next week with another reading. Investments and finance. Bye-bye.